Well, we've arrived in Libby, and here we are at Meadowlark Log Homes, and we rented the cabin that is next to their yard for the next 3 nights, and it is beautiful. It is more beautiful than I would have expected. Come check out the beautiful little cabin they have here. It says welcome. And here we are. Wow, nice fire going. It's nice and warm. Little kitchen. And the special, well, I won't show it. It shows the cabin Wi-Fi. Well, I guess, maybe I better not. But here's a little note. Welcome to our cabin. And a key. And the note says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son." Welcome to the cabin. We hope you enjoy your stay. And if you need anything, please contact me. It's my pleasure to host you. Blessings, Susan. That's very nice. Well, I think we'll enjoy our time here.
I think so.
Yeah? And then here is a special room in the back. Look at this. Woohoo! Pretty nice. As Joss would say, it's beautiful. And look at, there's actually even a loft up there. You could sleep up there.
You could.
No. Sorry.
But when he was little, he probably would have wanted to.
I don't know how cold it was this morning. It's a little bit icy, a little slippery. We're going to that building over there, but I don't know if we can, get through there or not. This is where they make the handrails in this little building here. That's the store.
By hand, and then we build the entire structure here. You know, whether it's a little tiny cabin or a 7,000 square foot lodge.
Right.
We build a thing here. You know, all the logs are labeled alphabetically and numerically. So like your first log is going to be 1A, 1B, 1C, and it's like that all the way up every row.
Exactly.
All the rough window and door openings will be there. We drill the holes in the walls for the electrical, cut out the outlets and switches. Yeah. And then take them apart and ship them all over the country.
So where do most of the logs come from? Are they like from national forest or private land? Or?
So, you know, different loggers get different contracts. You know, some people, you know, have purchased property and make some money. They'll, you know, have a contract with, you know, logging outfit to come in and clear out a certain amount. Some of it's, you know, federal land. So multiple different areas, but it's all in the northwest here mainly where we get our logs. So we're using mainly lodgepole and larch right now. So,
okay.
Yeah. Perfect timing. Looks like they're on break.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll have to put ear protection on.
Yep. So we built the bottom level. We get up to a certain row, crossing row, and we take that top row off, set it off the side, clear all those logs out, and then we reset that row and build a top, you know, separately, just like you see right here.
So that's what's going on here then.
We're going all the way over to Hope, Maine, doing a big custom house there. Yep.
Wow.
Mississippi, Tennessee, and you know, Montana, Colorado. Yeah, we get around.
What does it cost to ship something like that to Mississippi?
Depends on the size of the house.
Size, yeah.
Yep. So, you know, we can get like 900 square feet of home on a truck, and obviously the square footage doesn't cover, you know, if it has dormers on it and things like that. So, depending on the model, like a Montana Rancher, for example, 1,176 square feet, that would take 2 trucks. So, going over to Hope, Maine, you know, that could be $16,000, you know, something like that.
For 2 trucks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, and of course the diesel prices have an impact, and you know, we get estimates. They're typically only good for 30 days.
Right.
Yep. So these ledges here. Before we take down the house, we go over every single ledge with a pencil, top and bottom. And then we take it down, we lay it on the skids, and it gets peeled a second time to make all the ledges match.
Okay. Yep. So then you don't end up with the ledges like that.
Exactly.
And then do they get chinked at all, or?
That's up to the homeowner. So, you know, if it's in Maine, most likely he's going to hire someone local to do that. But we do have a crew that all they do is stain, varnish, and chink.
Yeah.
You know, when you stain it, you know, we spray it with a log soap called Clean and Bright. You know, let it dry. We do 2 coats of colored stain, and then a coat of clear coat on top of it. So it's 3 coats total. And then you chink it last.
Okay.
Yep. And the nice thing about chink is, you know, if the logs do happen to have any checks in them, anything like that, you can put chink in there. It keeps water out of any little nooks and crannies where it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
You know, bugs, things like that. And it looks nice, you know, and there's different colors, you know, to match your logs. So you can either do something with contrast or something that blends in. So
is there anything that goes in between the logs? Is there like a foam or a?
Yep. So when we take it down, every single log will have a groove cut down the center.
Yeah.
There's a foam gasket that goes in there. Then we use a bead of wood adhesive next to that, like sub-4 glue. We drill holes like every 4 or 5 feet for rebar. So there's rebar staggered all the way up the walls, connecting each log to the one above it, the one below it. And then we use these log boss lag screws like every 14 inches. When they're up, they're stout.
What's the length of those?
It depends on the size of the log. So there's different sizes ranging from 14 all the way down to 6 inches, and we just use the appropriate length for the appropriate row. So
for the actual weatherproofing, your foam piece in between the logs is actually what's giving you, you know, like for air.
So
I mean, the chinking isn't absolutely necessary.
No, it's not. But it is an added layer of protection. And sometimes people ask me, if you're going to do one side, what would you do? I always recommend the outside because, you know, that's where you're going to have water and things like that.
It's going to keep stuff out.
Yep. So you have the foam gasket, then you have a bead of wood adhesive. And you already have 2 flat surfaces, so you know it's a pretty good system.
Yeah.
So this is a Bighorn Rancher. Got some really cool rafters in the front there. Got a prow on it. 2800, like 2820, I think is what it is. Do you have a garage in this?
No.
Okay.
No garage in this one.
We got that overhead crane out there last spring, so we can do big houses out there, and we built a couple out there.
Well, your movement in here is all with the gantry crane.
Correct.
Very nice.
Sweet.
So when are you going to have to go to battery-powered chainsaws?
We've already used them.
Really?
You know, the small ones, but
just the small ones.
Yeah. For the big dogs, you know, we had the 500 fuel injected, and they have a 440 now, right?
400.
400. Okay, is that fuel injected as well?
No.
Okay.
Nope, the 500 is the only one that's fuel injected.
And you use the small ones. They're like the 170s for, you know, more fine stuff. You know, cleaning up things.
Yep.
Is that still a 170, or are you using a bigger one?
We went to a 180.
Oh, 180. Okay.
So pretty much the same.
Cool. I worked out here for 2.5 years, but I've been in the office for 2.5 years now, so things change out here. Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jesse.
Yep.
See ya.
Have a good day.
Well, the rail shop's over there, so I can show you the mill's over there. Which way do you want to go first?
Well, we're staying in the little cabin over there, so let's go to the mill first.
Okay. They're loading up a truck right now. Careful, it's icy out here.
Yeah, I love the way that they get numbered, you know, like, obviously JF is for a certain job.
Yeah, so...
And WG is for another job.
Yeah, that's the customer's initials.
Yeah, and then you've got all your units are all numbered, and then each login in each unit is numbered. Yes,
so that number on there is for the lowest numbered log in that pile. So row 8. That way, when they're laying the logs out, you know, they don't have to dig through everything to find what they need.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So, yep. That truck's going to Mississippi.
Really?
Customer's name is Wesley Granger, a really nice guy. So yeah, 2,500 miles, I think.
Man. How many guys, what's the personnel out here?
Boy.
Number of guys?
Probably like 30 something.
Yeah.
You know, when I first started here, it was a lot smaller. Things have changed a lot.
Did they just basically just start out, buy the property, and then just all of a sudden start out and say, hey, let's start building some homes, and and it just grew from there?
The brothers built one early on, and it just kind of, you know, sprang from there. And you know, they lived up in near Eureka first.
Okay.
And then they came down here, got this 500 acres, and over 40 years.
Yeah.
A lot of
adding on equipment and
yep. The last couple
building buildings.
Like the last 3 years have been the busiest years, easily, hands down, in the last 40. So here's where we mill, like the purlins, the ridge poles, the beams, the longer stuff.
Okay, so that's a bandsaw.
Yep.
Is that a wood miser? What is it? Yeah. Oh yeah, wood miser.
Yeah, I need to come here and get some firewood.
Yeah, we've got some nice firewood over there at the cabin.
Yeah,
it's great. Pull those chunks out and throw them in the fireplace.
Absolutely. That's one of the benefits of working here. I have a wood stove at home.
Really?
And yeah, keep the family warm. Load them over there.
So.
And that thing flops.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay, so they load on that side.
Yep.
And it's all hydraulic. So.
Out here, when we get the logs, you know, they're stored out there. And they pressure wash the main layer of bark off on the outside, and then it dries. You know what I mean? So they dry it. They mill it through here. You know, the house logs.
Okay.
They cut it oversized, and then it can sit in the piles over here. And then when it's dry, then they'll cut it to size. So this is over here is where we cut the house logs.
Okay. So what, oh, there's some nice slabs right there. Look at that.
Live edge.
How long do they have to dry?
Typically at least a year.
Yeah.
Yep. We get some hot summers here.
Well, I know that
typically over 100 degrees every day in the summer, so like July and August.
Yeah, well, that'll cook them. But you don't have any kilns or anything?
Nope. Well, you have a kiln over there where we do all the stair treads and things like that.
Yeah.
And here in the near future, there's, anyways, we're looking at it. They haven't, you know, thus far, and it's worked great for us, but we're so busy.
Yeah.
We're looking at it.
Well, it's a lot of added work and cost, because it costs a lot of money to run those kilns.
Yeah.
Depending on what you're firing them with. If you're firing them all with, you know, wood cutoffs and things, that's one thing. But
wood miser makes a kiln, you know what I mean? But you could easily spend $500,000 to get set up, you know, for something to the scale that we need.
Yeah.
So, yep. But you know, he sits in the cab and runs with the joysticks. I've ran this a little bit, and it's fun. That's Jeff. He's our foreman out here. Good dude.
Man.
And when after he cuts them to size, you know, the ones that are getting the final cut, then they'll go to there, and then those guys do all the peeling, you know what I mean, with the draw knife. So.
Yeah. That sounds like a fun job. Is that your break-in job?
Sometimes, yeah. But again, you know, it takes the right guy, because there's a lot of technique involved, and you know, it can be a lot harder than it needs to be. You know what I mean, if you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
So,
So is there such a thing as a mechanical peeler that you wouldn't get the artistry out of it because it would be?
Yep. There's different types, you know what I mean? But it's probably still going to have to be peeled somewhat even after that because, you know, the main problem is a lot of times they'll chew up the log, you know what I mean? When they're running through there.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. And you know, it takes all the uniqueness out of it.
Exactly.
It's like a peeler log.
Yeah.
So that's a bandsaw.
Yeah.
So you don't have a circle saw anywhere.
What saw?
Regular circle blade. Man, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So what is it all a unique thickness, or I mean a consistent thickness?
Depends on what the log can make. So our standard sizes are 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, a standard home is going to start with 2 rows of 10s, 3 rows of 9s, 7 rows of 8s, and then the gables are 7s. Okay. And that's from flat to flat. The actual diameter of a 10 is more like a 13.
Yeah. So on something like this, then he basically analyzes each log that comes up and says, hey, I can get a 10 out of that, or I can get a 9 or whatever.
Yeah, you got to look at it. You don't want, you know, paper and things like that. So, and he's been doing this for like 40 years, so he's got an eye for it.
And that's Jeff?
Jeff. Yeah. Yep. Good dude.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's nice out here today. It feels good.
It is beautiful.
Well, you want to see the peeling?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, just Montana, it's still free. You know what I mean? Compared to the politics, the laws. You know, we have open, you know, constitutional carry here, so you can carry a pistol. You know what I mean? Concealed without a permit. There's just so many things that make this state great. Outside of city limits here, you don't even need a building permit to build a home.
Really? So there's the peelers.
Yeah. And you can see the different sizes of logs. You know, these are 10s here, and there's some other sizes mixed in there. So you get up a good sharp knife and technique, and
you go through it pretty fast.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so I guess we need rail shop, huh?
Let's do it. When I worked out here, we only had 7 things. This is over here. So since I've been in the office, they added frames out here, and that wing right there where all the log storage is all new within the last few years.
Okay.
What's up, Paul? You've probably seen on YouTube, we built him a house is up there in the valley. You can't see it from here, but it's got a tower on it, and really cool. I helped build this house and helped put it up. So
is that where a lot of the, I mean, like, there's Lloyd live out there somewhere too, or?
Yeah, Lloyd lives. You see that one there in the center with that little peaked roof on it? Yep, that's Lloyd's house.
Yeah, that's what I sort of figured. This must be the extent of the property that he built. That they bought.
And they own part of the mountain there, part of that mountain. That mountain right there, there's a picnic table up on top, just in a $1 million view of the mountains.
Wow.
There. Amazing. That's where I would build if I could. What up? What's going on, dude? You got some
rails over here.
Oregonians here want to check out the process.
We want to know how you do this.
Yeah. That's where they peel them.
Okay.
And yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, so they come in through that little hole?
Well, I kick this thing out.
Oh.
And I go out there and I grab them.
Okay.
These are spindles. And so we peel the whole thing. And it was about this much. And these are rails.
Okay.
So, yeah.
But you got a nice little hole there.
Yeah, kind of wedge. It's kind of wedges it in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I love it because I just throw the headphones in and just You know, I don't have, you know, and then I just mark it down.
Where'd you get these?
You know, so it just works out.
Keep going.
You know, and there's a fire right there. It's not like peeling out there. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Now I can see you can be pretty cozy in here.
Same
Oh
size.
yeah. It's out there, frozen logs. All these are like dried, nice. You know, they stripped real easy.
Huh.
So for me, it works out. But,
Show us give us a peel here, man.
all right, man. So, well, see, this one's pretty much done, actually.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I just think that's
This one's pretty much done. Yeah, it is done, actually.
All right. Make sure you mark it down.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So over here is where, well, I can let him show you if you want. He's the rail master.
Yeah, this is the woodwork. It's what we use to put all the ends.
Oh, okay.
All the tape, all the
Got
tendons.
dowel lined on him.
Yeah, it's pretty.
So that ends up, that's basically just all uniform. They're all, so then when you're
Yep.
drilling your mortise, they're all the same size?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a kind of a specialized machine. You know, there's only so many companies out there to make these. Brand new. It's called a woofer. That's what we call it anyways. It's like $10,000 that machine. Yeah.
As many rails as you make, I'm sure it pays off.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's where we drill all our holes for posts and rails.
Huh.
Pretty cool.
Pretty good pillowcase. You know, stuff a pillowcase with that. You know.
Oh,
nice
yeah.
soft. Yeah.
Make a nice bed.
Yeah.
I think they like to use it for their chickens.
Look at, but you guys got to start cleaning up a little bit more. I mean, look at this mess.
One of the guys that works in there, our draftsman, he's got chickens.
Uh-huh.
So he'll bring bags once in a
Yeah.
while, and Cameron will film, and he'll have big old bags, and
Oh, I
he'll
imagine.
take them home. So
I imagine.
yep.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, you got to start selling this stuff. I mean, put
Good. Yeah.
it on eBay, man.
Yeah. Fresh wood chips. This thing angles too, so he can drill the angled holes for stair railing and stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay.
So,
Man, that's quite a machine there. Huh?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Cameron.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
Now get back to work.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Okay, so now he's peeling.
Yeah, I was gonna show you, like, okay, just with the grain right here, see, it'll start breaking going this way. So these take a lot more time, so I have to go this way, you know. So you got to be careful, because once you start breaking it, you have to switch.
You gotta peel it out.
You're going this way, you know.
Yeah.
It's good for footwork.
Yeah, exactly.
Right though? But yeah.
So how long you been doing this?
In here, like a month.
He peeled logs out there.
Oh, okay. No wonder he likes it in here.
Oh yeah.
He's a peel master.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
I like to think so too.
Yeah.
But,
Put out your resume, peel master. Yeah.
All right. Well,
guys.
thanks a
Have
lot.
good day, guys.
Thanks. Good guys. That's one thing I love about this place is, you know, relationship. The people you work with, you know what I mean? We just have a real good team, a real good vibe, you know, people get along great. And, yep, I've worked a lot of places living out here. You know, I worked as an underground miner for years.
Really?
Running equipment and, you know, worked up at the dam.
Huh.
I drove semis, you know, for years. Done a lot of different things because you gotta do what you gotta do to make a living in a place like this.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
working here by far been the best experience of my life. You know, I actually enjoy going to work now. So, yep, priceless. He hit a deer.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I need to. Oh man.
They're really good about giving people a chance, you know what I mean, who want to prove themselves. And they just have I'd say a big heart, you know what I mean, for people, you know what I mean, they care about people. And you know, sometimes it doesn't work out, you know what I mean, but at least you gave them a shot. And you know, if someone wants to prove themselves, they have the opportunity to move up the ladder, you know. So they're good at recognizing people who are doing a good job and raises and things like that. So.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Hey, my pleasure.
It was really great.
If you guys need anything else, feel free to stop by. But there's lots of cool places to visit, you know, while you're here. Like, have you been down to Kootenai Falls?
No.
I would definitely recommend that.
Okay, Kootenai Falls.
Yep. There's a swinging bridge you can go across there, but the water there, the falls coming, was just amazing. You know, the Kootenai Dam is like 17 miles north, and then you have the Kootenai Reservoir.
Yeah.
It's like it's really beautiful up there. You got Ross Creek Cedars down there on Bull Lake. Yeah, there's lots of cool stuff. So
Probably won't have enough time to see everything.
hey, there's land out there.
Make an
Yep.
attempt.
Yep. So all right. Well, have fun, guys.
we'll
Hope
keep in touch.
it's a fun adventure for you.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.